Good morning. It is Monday, the 12th of February. Oh, another week. It's a big sign, isn't it? No, nothing dramatic to really report. Steady weekend, 10 orders in. Seen us drop under the 340, well, we're down from whatever it was it 345,000? And we were over 10,000 lots, and now we're back down under 10,000 lots. Hopefully, a couple of parts will help tip us back over that, but I think it'll be a bit of a yo-yo for a while, getting some distance between 10,000 and, you know, whatever you go into is going to take some doing. So that's where we're at with that. The vlog went up at the weekend, a shorter one down under the hour mark, and kind of as I imagined, it's done a little bit better, 179, which is fairly decent, I think, and a bunch of good comments. So thank you to everyone that's commented: Cirque, Twinser, Ligerton, Bath Brickers, yep, all of them, and obviously Kiwi Brick Exchange was commenting during the week on stuff. But thank you to everyone that does like and comment and hopefully shares the vlogs. We are up to 657 in terms of the subscribers. Obviously, once we get to that 1,000, I'm going to be giving away that vintage used, albeit used, turbo tank, the one that came with the light up, what's it called? It's gone. Jeez, it's gone. Anyway, the light up lightsaber figure, whose name escapes me right now. It's one of those mornings. Right, so the orders in over the weekend. We'll start over here. I'll just have to move a few things around because I can see a couple of names. Bear with me. Just having a look at my coffee, really, aren't you? It's exciting. Right, here we go. First up, collectible minifigure. A curious one. That's like some fella in his pajamas with a samurai hat on. Next one is a Benny, which I think I read online that yesterday was 10 years since the Lego movie was released, which, wow, that's crazy. That one is just some 8x8 base plates. This one is a pretty cool order. An awful lot of stud shooters in light blue grey and in black, and then a lot of red parts. With the medieval castle being announced, there has been definitely a little bit of a run on knights stuff. Certainly minifigure parts have been going out the door, and here's another 2, 4, 6 of them going out with a horse from the Whitening stables. Up there, just some weaponry, pretty bog standard. This one is quite a lot of volume on parts. A whole load of Technic pins there and there. A lot of tiles, clearing me out of, was it the black ones I've cleared out of? Maybe not the black ones. It's been a lot of tiles in the last couple of weeks, which is interesting. A astromech and a whole bunch of those little 1x1 tiles with the little keypads, which I did get a little bunch of those in, so that proves that was a good pickup. And then over here we've got another one, clearing me out of all sorts of black and white parts, like these little slopes, these clips, those like, I'm not sure what you call them. Anyway, lots of those things were clearing me out, so that order in itself kind of took out maybe like a dozen or so lots from the store. Decent little order here, a whole bag of used here on the left, which is good, kind of the first serious used order since added all that stuff. And then light blue grey, black. Sold a couple of these. I sold one of those last week and one this week already. And then a little couple of just smaller plates there. One with a whole bunch of kind of minifigure accessories, utensils, those dollar bills, those things under there, those $100 bills. Some minifigure things and some cutlery and some white parts. And then the big order, and again, heaps of tiles, kind of clearing me out of light blue grey 2x4 tiles. and a whole lot of bricks and stuff like that. It's a massive order. There is so many tiles in there. It's a whole bag of tiles, but quality order. That one get a tile, as did the one over there, which was in fact 2 orders. They combined, but combined value was over the $100. So that's why that one's getting a tile. So that's where we're at. I also did tidy up under there at long last. I just need to put away those bits, and there's one of those on the loose. So I'll just have to find a home for him. Obviously it's a bit of a mess. So next job is to do the postal run, and then that and all the eBay stuff that's sold, packed all that up over the weekend as well. And then it's going to be a mixture of doing part outs. I'm going to get another couple of these. There are some issues developing with some bricks that I've got too many of, and the 2x4 plates, which are over here. They're just kind of, I had to find 3 olive green ones in amongst that, and it took me forever because they're all mixed in a wanna. Unless it's black, dark blue grey, light blue grey or white, then they're separated. So I'm going to have to separate them again, because not only is there that, but there's also this pot waiting here. So I'm going to get some more pots, tubs, containers, whatever. And then we had a good chat at the weekend, or my wife and I, about what we're going to do in terms of the storage. I'm looking tomorrow, I'm going to go and look at somebody else's store that they're looking to sell on, which would add an awful lot of parts to the store here, more than we have room for. So the plan is that we're going to get another one of these that's going to live under this desk instead of that storage space there, and then we are going to use some of the wall space. Now the problem we've got is that this wall is curved. You can't see it. It's kind of flat from the door to about here, and then it curves. I don't know whether you can see, you can't really see, but like if you look around the back of my shelves, you can see the gap here is like a fist width, and then at the back between the strut and the wall, it's just, it's a good 4 or 5 times wider. So the wall curves, so it gives me a problem. So either going to put shelves up there once I know a bit more detail about the inventory and quantities, or it might be a case of getting a couple of these. They are currently on sale at Spotlight, down from $40 to $32. So that's usually when I try and pick them up. So I might actually go and do that today in terms of getting a couple of these, because they are quite useful for the smaller parts. And this store has a lot of parts, but not many in high volume. So, drawers is not going to be a winner for those, even though I can't actually get hold of any of these till mid-March anyway. So yeah, we're going to get another one of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stacks to go over there. I've got 3 drawers in the lockup already. So I'm going to get 2 new stacks, and then this whole shelf is going to go up a little bit. That's the plan anyway, right now. See if that works. Anyway, rambling, so I'll get on with the postage. So I've been out and about, grabbed the storage bits that I was talking about. I got 2 of those from Spotlight. They were down to $32 from $40, so that's a pretty decent saving. And whilst I was that side of the city, I went and checked out Big W, which is a big kind of like cheap store. And they had lots of, well, they didn't have a lot of sets actually. Kind of, it's a bit barren out there. But I've been thinking about different sets to introduce to the store, and I've kind of been buying some of the cheaper sets. So these ones were $10, and I got 3 of them because they're cheap. Seems like a good idea. And what is crazy is that part out value, $131 from $30 spent. which is more than 3 times part out. The minifigure is actually quite valuable. It's an $8 minifigure, and there's like a egg timer kind of minifigure utensil, which is pretty cool. And then there is some bright green parts. They're pretty cool. Are they just that kind of, what do they call it, macaroni or whatever? No, brick round. And there's this little character who I think is quite popular. I think he's like one of the main characters. I think he comes in 2 types. I think there's a bigger version of him as well that is probably the one that everyone wants, but not that one. Yeah, so there's some interesting bits, like some bright green round tiles as well, which yeah, so I haven't even gone through and kind of analysed those prices. This is literally just averages plus some bits from the store, of which there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 lots, which I don't have, which is great. So I got that one, and I got, sorry, I don't know what you're looking at. I got a couple of those because their part out value was incredible as well. And then I got a couple of these, which is the other version of this little fella, but it's got a cool knight's helmet. That minifigure's pretty good. The minifigures in this is pretty cool. I think that's the same little Matteo, isn't it, that's in that set. She's pretty cool. Z-Blob, that's the fella, Z-Blob. And then there's also some pretty cool minifigures in there. So yeah, that's, you know, just adding a bit of difference to the store really. So yeah, I'm going to get these parted out. Good morning, Tuesday. Just finished exporting the Dreams sets. 3 sets went in. 71453, 751, 71456 even, and 71471. And they were quite fun, I'll be honest. Kind of like a sets, very colourful, very interesting kind of pieces. Minifigures are crazy. Yeah, there's some real wild things in them. This little fella appears a fair bit, but the characters have, don't know, there's a very, a bit of Up to them, there's a bit of Disney to them, it's pretty cool. There's a bit of Nexo Knights kind of feel to them. Some of them have got, one of them's got like a wild hairpiece. Where's that one? Must be this one, kind of like a translucent, colourful, wild hairpiece. Yeah, interesting sets, lots of colours. It added a lot of different lots to the inventory. Part out value kind of was decent as well. On the whole, it was 3.25 part out value across the, how many sets was there? It was 2, 4, 7 sets. So 7 sets, taking them as a whole, part out value was about 3.27 or something like that, which was decent. With that smaller set, that one being the one that had a more than 3 times part out value, 3 point something part out value all by itself, which is crazy because it's only a 306 piece set. There's an awful lot of these little egg timers in them on all of the sets, so I'm going to presume that the Dreams sets have this kind of like, you know, dream time type theory in it. Yeah, that's my thinking anyway. So it kind of tipped us back over the 10,000 lots. Didn't add a lot of parts, obviously. There is an order waiting for me to collect at the post office, which is about 3,000 parts, I think, which is good. There have been 8 orders in, 7 on Bricklink, 1 on Brickowl, which I am yet to pick. this morning I am going to go and have a look at the inventory for somebody else's store. So that's kind of my first port of call this morning. Now that I've put everything away and added it to the store, the blog's doing okay. 233, what were we yesterday? 170 something. So that's kind of dipped off pretty quickly, but that's all good. There hasn't been any more comments or anything like that, so that's all fine. So yes, what else is there? After that, it's going to be a case of getting back to the part outs. I want to do that tiny plants one today as well, get that in the store again. Lots of different lots that aren't in the store currently, and then it's going to be a case of starting to label up the new drawers, the new ones of these, so that they're ready to go. But other than that, just one little pot of things, these bits and pieces like wild colours. There's some translucent greens, there's loads of that bright yellow, bright light orange is it, or whatever it is. I need to reallocate them because they're not going to fit. They need to find a new home. So that's to do, and then yeah, just the usual, isn't it? So I'll see if I can get any footage when I go and have a look at this store. I don't want to impose or kind of break any kind of privacy or anything like that, so we shall see, but I'll report back. So that's all 9 orders picked and ready to be packed up. This one being the biggest one, off to New Zealand. A whole heap of light blue grey. I'm guessing someone must be replenishing a store because everything was in 20s, 20 of each part. Apart from the used items, that is, but everything else was all in 20s. So that's off to New Zealand. Then we'll run through some little orders. Second-hand rubber band there, a Luke Skywalker hairpiece there, some black parts going out there, couple of minifigures, old school Stormtrooper, a newer one, and some minifigure accessories, parts, things like that. Colourful little mix and match set here, bit of orange, a bit of red, bit of white, and the odd bit of black and dark blue grey thrown in there. Red proving popular today. Again, a lot of light blue grey. Was that used stuff? I think it might have been. Yeah, that's actually used, some of those bricks. So quite a bit of used getting picked up today. Another big order, another one getting a tile, a lot of black, obviously a Batman something or other, although the droid is not, obviously, but the sticker sheet is from the Batman set. A lot of black parts in there, and then a few other pieces. And then a large dose of dark blue grey used, and then another large dose of dark blue grey not used, and then a little bit of black and a little bit of light blue grey. I'm actually missing one of these little tyres, so I've emailed the buyer to see if they are happy with the refund after that situation with the buyer leaving the neutral comment on the having refunded one part out of 400 and something, 500 parts. Anyway, so get these packed up, get them off to the post office. It's gone 1 o'clock already, so behind the 8 ball, having been and looked at all of those parts this morning and haven't done anything. So get to the post office, pick up the parcel of parts, and we'll take a look at that when I get back. It's Tuesday afternoon. We've had another couple of orders in. That one, another missing piece, and it's a leg assembly from Dagobah Training Luke, and it's the bulk of that order, so I'm waiting to hear back from the buyer what they want to do there. And then another one which is just parts, domestic letter, so I'm going to pick that one a little bit. I might do that next, but this is the box of parts that I've just picked up. So it is, let me just double check, it is 3,327 parts, mainly just stock items, so not particularly set quantities, literally what the store had in stock. All sorts of different things in here, kind of just things that have sold through, things that sell well, things that I wanted to replenish. So I'm going to pick through that and get it all in the store, which will be good because we added a fair bit yesterday with those sets, and then we're adding a bit more today. So it's just kind of stock standard stuff really. So, you know, tiles, some slopes, D79, yeah, that's right. I was just watching where they were going. You can just see it's kind of like things that I know that come in the store and go out, or things that I've had and have sold well, and I wanted to make sure I had some back in stock. So yeah, it's a fair old bit. It's 144 lots. So that's going to go into the store. 3327, 144 lots, which is pretty decent. In terms of its kind of increase in value, I'm probably adding, you know, having bought stuff on sale, I'm adding 50%. So I'm kind of doubling the money on it. Is that right? No. I paid 400, it's going to be 700. So was that? Is that a 75% increase? I can't work that out. I'm rubbish at maths. I really am. I shouldn't be running a store at all, should I? 699 divided by 4. 170%. 170% increase. Is that right? Or is that just a 70%? I don't know. Anyway, that's what I'm doing. Anyway, I'll get on with it. It's Wednesday morning. 5 orders in overnight. All fairly modest. None of them taking up too much time to pick. We'll start with the minifigure one. A little bunny rabbit and a visor. What is he? Is he a clone 501st? Chewie and a Harry Potter figure, which might be Severus Snape, maybe. The usual suspects, light blue grey, dark blue grey stuff. I'm going with space on this one. Blue, white and a little bit of light blue grey. It's got the feeling of a bit of a space thing. A couple of Lord of the Rings sets. The buyer actually messaged me over the weekend around these. A couple of orcs, asking about their condition. They are in fantastic condition, those. And then a regular buyer picking up 4 of those used. Are they curved slopes? What are they? Wedges. There you go. So 5 of them to one. I've done the postage already, to be honest. So it's just a case of I'll take them later this afternoon. I have a meeting early afternoon, so I will go to the post office after that. Where are we? So I did the tiny plants part out last night, which was another 2,400 parts, working out at $787, which they're under $100, aren't they? So it's a fairly good return. I used some VIP points vouchers to buy them as well. Interesting parts, lots of good colours, stuff, a big volume of those kind of wedge plates. There's a fair few of those, lots of those little mini fitted flat caps, they're cool. And there was an absolute shed load of a lot of dark orange plate modifieds, and a lot of those tile modified with the 2 studs on them. A lot of minifigure utensil hairbrushes, quite a lot of round plates, quite a lot of half barrel containers, which is quite good. A lot of those wheel Technic things, a lot of curved tiles, a lot of butterflies. What other thing I'm trying to find? It's curved slope. Where is it? There was a lot of those wedge things, 36 of them. Oh, a whole load of those plate modified, 108 of them. I've not reallocated them yet. Where are those curved plates gone? Oh, there they are. 288 dark orange sloped curves. That is a lot. Anyway, so they've gone into the store, which has jumped us back up, as you'd imagine, to where are we sitting now? We've gone back up to 346,298, and we've gone past 10,100 lots, which tracking along, eh? So there's a few sets still to part out. Those space sets have still not been inventory; they're still pending inventory. But I have got that dragon set to part out still as well. But other than that, it's kind of been a case of just getting stuff in. Obviously, with the used being full, not much I can do on that front. So I'm going to turn my attention to continuing with parting out these newer sets, because it's where I've got capacity. So what is it now? It's 10 to 10. I've got a meeting at 1, so I've got a little bit of time now. So I might make a start on that, or at least start on the BSX file, and then see where I get to later today. Obviously it's Valentine's Day, so I've got to be all romantic this afternoon, or this evening, so that's nice. Spend some quality time with a wife who actually was like, so how are the used parts, the second-hand store, the other store that we're looking at purchasing yesterday, which was good. It's like having a business partner, which of course she actually is. So it's good. She's getting into it. She's even starting to offer to help pick some orders, which means I actually have to be a bit more regimented. Like I was picking at that order with the blue parts this morning, and because I've reallocated all of the 1x3 bricks into a 2-litre tub, it still says they're in tray 10, but I know they're in TL7, so, or TL16, whatever it is. I know they're in that cupboard over there, so I need to update the inventory listing for that as well. But it just goes to show you have to keep on top of these things, because what if you do need some help? Anyway, rambling again. I'll crack on. Wednesday afternoon, almost 3 o'clock, so I've not got long. Got to get to the post office. 2 more orders come in. This one for 2 more used parts. Grey slopes proving popular today. And this one over here is a whole bunch of white wedge plates, tiles, all sorts of things. A little bit of that, don't know what it's for, and a bit of black. And this one's going express. So plenty of stuff today. So that's 7 orders today. So that's got the average up for the week, back up to last week's levels after a bit of a slow start. So that's pretty good. I haven't parted out Majesto's thing yet. All the cups and everything are still out. I might get to do that when I get back. But first things first, get this stuff off to the post office. So I've had a change of heart. Given that it's Lunar New Year and the Dragon set is totally sold out, I've decided to just put it in the store as a set for now. So a couple of other sets lying around that I thought I could just part out. One of which being the Houses of the World set. I've got like, I don't know, I've got 6 or 7 of these things. I've sold a couple on eBay. You don't really get great value out of them, 30, 40 if you're lucky. So I've just parted out a couple of those. Comes in at 144, which ain't bad. Kind of better than nothing, isn't it? So I'm just about to upload that and add it into the store. I don't think it's going to add an awful lot to the actual lot count on the store, because there wasn't many that I didn't already have. It's quite a lot of lots for a set. 116 unique lots in the actual set, which is a fair amount for a little set, but there's a lot of little bits in it. So I can't remember what we were at previously now when the site gets there. La la la. The internet does go slow sometimes. High fibre fibre. That's not what it is it? Optic fibre. It's taken us up to 10,113 lots. It's not too bad, is it? Yeah, so I've added in the Dragon set, some of those Clone Trooper battle packs, and one of the Majesto's workshops, because I didn't have any of those in the store. It all helps, doesn't it? And I've got one of those that I could part out. Now the part out value is not incredible, it has to be said. The part out value is $110, but given that it was a gift with purchase, it's not too bad, is it really? So it's 40601. I was just going to see what the minifigures were worth now, because I think when we looked before they weren't particularly amazing, but with the medieval castle being announced, yeah, there's none of those available, so that might be quite interesting to get that up there, mightn't it? And nobody's bought the wizard. Interesting. I would have thought people would like him, but yeah, there's none of the knight available. And in terms of the set inventory, there's a sticker sheet. I think there's a rock part in it, which is worth a bit, I think, if I can find it. But there it is. Price guide. Oh no, it's not worth anything. I thought that was worth a bit. No, it's only worth like 2 of it. One's been sold. Yeah, it goes for about $1 something, so it's not all that. Oh, never mind. Anyone getting vertigo? Me scrolling through? Oh, there's the other one. There's the one I was thinking about. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. That one goes for like getting towards $6, $5.50, something like that. And there is how many in the set? Oh, 2 of those in the set. Not bad. It's a couple of weapons and stuff like that. So yeah, I think I'll part that one out this afternoon. Some good parts in there, interesting parts, and a good minifigure. One in the store, one to part out, one for my own collection, and I sold one on eBay recently as well, so not too bad. Okay, got to now prepare for my meeting, so I'll check back in later on. Good morning. It is Thursday, mid-morning. It's a bit of a late night working on a different project. So slow start, 3 orders in, a used part there, just one. Over here, a whole bunch of dark red plate corners. And then this order, bunch of different bits, a lot of white, a lot of dark, not dark, reddish brown, 4x6 plates, and then a selection of other stuff as well. All domestic postage, so nothing too onerous in all of that. And then the rest of the day is going to be tackling what remains of the part out backlog. Now, it's obviously not all of it, because there is those city space sets which are still not being inventory approved. You know, it's still pending on Bricklink, but obviously done the boutique or the jazz club already, and the boutique hotel I bought at the same time. I think it was kind of, if you bought the 2 you got $250 off. I've not looked at the BSX file for it yet, but there's obviously going to be a lot of good pieces in there. Looks like there's a whole bunch of black snakes, some flags, going to be a lot of brickwork, masonry kind of stuff. That looks like it's light nugget stuff, which I definitely don't have much of. Some cool printed tiles, the usual kind of window pieces and stuff like that that you get with a modular set, and obviously a decent amount of sand green, which is great. And then the other 2 sets that I've got a moving truck. I've got a whole bunch of these, got a couple in the storage unit. I sold one on eBay, and I can't actually remember what it did, but I'm just about to check what its part out value is versus what I got for it on eBay. And then the other one is the winter something or other, isn't it? What is it? Oh, I don't know. Nothing particularly amazing in there, but a couple of minifigures which could be quite popular. Again, I'm just going to check the values of those, but I am actually watching a second-hand original Ghost on eBay, which is about to finish, which is going for a very good price at the moment. The windshield, Zeb, and the figures alone are easily less than what it's currently going for. I mean, that can all change with eBay. It goes crazy in the last minute of an auction, but I'm going to go and keep an eye on that in the final moments of it, and then have a look at the brick store file for the boutique hotel. It is Friday morning. Similarly, that's not easy to say, quiet day. 4 orders in, one very colourful one full of tiles, and 2 smaller ones. So I'm clearing me out of all 3 of the trans light blue, trans dark pink, trans dark blue. They were all under the current inventory average, so it just goes to show, get under the average, things go quickly and in volume. So if you're looking to clear out a store, that's the way to go. I think it was an awful lot of white tiles. I think it might have been 100, can't remember, and some other white parts in there, along with a selection of other parts, as you can see. Some black, the shorter kind of 2x3 slopes, and some cones. And then over here is a minifigure head with scars. I don't know whether that's a Darth Vader, is it? Yes, it is. It says there, Darth Vader head. So there you go, 4 orders. It's kind of easy, all done. I picked that one and that one this morning, the other 2 late last night when they came in, and I'm all set up to do the the boutique hotel. We're all set up, just finishing my coffee, first bags ready to go. We'll get that done, and then part it out, and then we are up to date on the parting out. I did the other 2 small sets yesterday. What did that give us? Let me just go visit store. It took us up a little bit. Took us to 10,146 lots, which is pretty good, and some additional minifigures going in there, which is all good. Yeah, so that's where we're at. As ever, Friday, kind of a funny day, isn't it? Kind of, because I like to get the video sorted towards the end of the day and get tidied up for the weekend and stuff like that. So I'll crack on with getting these packed up so I can use this space for some more cups, because there's a lot of lots in this boutique hotel, so I'm going to need all the space. Well, it is the end of Friday, and I've finally finished parting out the boutique hotel. Oh, it's a lot of parts. It was a lot of lots, 643 different lots. So just whacking that up into the store. The internet has been very slow today, very frustrating, and it may have even just fallen over on me as well. Ah, the joys. Anyway, that's probably buggered up. Anyway, let's go over here instead. So end of the week, we're finishing on 661 subscribers. The vlog managed to do 348 in the end of the week. Just had a lovely comment from Brickowl, gonna assume he's in Oklahoma, saying that the video about doing mass updates using Brickstore is the most helpful video using Brickstore on YouTube. So thank you very much for the very flattering words. That has ballsed out, hasn't it? So let's try and kick that back into life, see if anything happens here. Sometimes the internet does drive you mad. Anyway, it's been a funny old week, hasn't it? It's been fairly slow. There is one more order come in during the day while I've been doing the part out, but I don't know whether the internet's died on me now. It was for a minifigure and a couple of parts, so a fairly modest order. And now internet's decided to oh no, there's 2 orders coming, but only for 3 lots in total. So let's get rid of that because that is doing my head in. Let's try again. Export, mass upload. Sometimes, I don't know, technology is not your friend. So there wasn't an awful lot of reallocation required as a result of that. A lot of candlesticks, as you always get in a modular, a lot of modified bricks with a stud on one side, and a bit of tiles that need updating, but other than that, not much that was required in terms of reallocation, which is always good. It means that we've not bust the storage system yet, although we don't have any or very many spare slots in the drawers, although of course we do have a couple of drawers, cabinets sitting around free, including that one which I've still not labelled up. There's a little bit of tidying up to do, stuff that lives in overflow, maybe tackle that over the weekend, and there's those pots that can be used to get stuff back in order over the weekend as well. But essentially nothing's happening here. It's just hanging in the breeze, which is doing my head in a little bit. So here we go, it's finally got to it. Some pretty decent minifigures in the set. Definitely for those people that are building cities, they might be interesting. But yeah, I don't know. As parts, I think after you've done a couple of dream sets, you're kind of spoiled for what you think about parts. Kind of those dream sets were really kind of exciting to do. There you go, it went straight away this time. So I'll send out a notification and let's see what that puts us at for the end of the week in terms of lots and parts. So we are finished on just short 350,000. Just short. Look at that, 104 short. And at 10,240 lots. So that is pretty cool. Pretty cool. Some nice tiles in this set. Some interesting ones. They might be good. And as I said, minifigures are pretty cool. Yeah, we shall see. So that's it for me for another week. Thanks for watching, and I shall be back next week. Now that we've kind of parted out all but those space sets, I'm not sure what we'll do next week. Hopefully we'll be collecting that store and the challenges that that's going to bring. So let's see how that pans out next week. Thanks for watching.